Welcome back to the Stocks Update. What if I told you the first country that decides to use its own money printer to buy Bitcoin could spark a financial revolution? It's not science fiction, it's already happening. From corporations like MicroStrategy rewriting their balance sheets to governments quietly preparing for Bitcoin adoption, the game theory is heating up, and the stakes have never been higher. In this video, we break down the emerging global shift that could send Bitcoin soaring to $200,000 or beyond. We'll analyze technical patterns, market sentiment, insider commentary from giants like Michael Saylor and Bitwise CIO Matt Haugen, and reveal why the next few months may define the future of crypto. Michael Saylor, executive chairman of MicroStrategy, has made one thing crystal clear. The company's Bitcoin strategy isn't just a tech bet, it's a monetary revolution. His approach can be summed up like this: print your own currency and use it to acquire the most scarce asset on Earth. Now, in corporate terms, MicroStrategy didn't literally print dollars. But it did something incredibly powerful. It issued new shares of its stock. In essence, it monetized belief in the company to accumulate Bitcoin. And the results? From a market cap of around $1 billion, MicroStrategy exploded to a valuation north of $100 billion. That's not luck. That's strategic leverage. And Saylor makes an important point. Printing currency isn't inherently inflationary if the capital is allocated into assets that outperform inflation. If you use newly created funds to buy appreciating assets like Bitcoin, which has outpaced every traditional asset over the last decade, you're not devaluing, you're compounding. It's not inflation, it's accretion. Saylor's strategy isn't just for corporations. The real kicker? This same playbook can be executed at the national level. And here's the big idea. The first nation to print their own currency to buy Bitcoin will win. It's not just a provocative theory, it's game theory. In a world of fiat competition, any country that front-runs others by stacking BTC can protect itself from the weakening power of traditional currencies and the global debt spiral. And nations are waking up. Some are accumulating quietly. Others are observing with interest. But make no mistake, once one moves publicly, a domino effect is almost guaranteed. The incentive to front-run other governments will only increase. We may be on the cusp of a monetary revolution not led by central banks, but by bold, forward-thinking nations. Now, let's pivot to the charts because Bitcoin isn't just philosophically strong, it's technically poised for a massive move. Right now, Bitcoin is trading above $94,000 and the price action is sending strong bullish signals. Here's what's happening. We've seen a breakout from a prolonged consolidation channel. Horizontal support around $2,500 has held strong. A huge green candle recently pushed BTC from the low $80K to over $94K with a solid close above previous resistance. That kind of move isn't just noise, it's a signal. Looking at the relative strength index RSI, we see Bitcoin repeatedly bouncing off macro support levels, followed by sustained rallies. Historically, after these types of RSI baseouts, we've seen significant upside within 70 to 80 days. If the pattern repeats, we could see a surge in the next month or two, possibly toward new all-time highs. Next major level to watch, $105K. If Bitcoin breaches that level, the rally could become a runaway freight train. Bitcoin is bullish not just technically, but fundamentally. Look at the broader financial system. Central banks continue to increase global M2 money supply. Governments are piling on debt. Inflation, though temporarily moderated, remains a lurking threat. Against this backdrop, Bitcoin stands out as a hedge, a store of value, and a long-term savings vehicle. Analysts are now boldly calling for $200K Bitcoin by the end of July. Sounds outrageous, maybe. But let's look at why they believe this. The flow of capital into spot Bitcoin ETFs has been consistent and accelerating. Corporations, not just MicroStrategy, are starting to follow the BTC playbook. Governments are quietly investigating Bitcoin reserve strategies. And retail interest is surging again, but we're not yet at euphoria. Everything is aligning for a potential Bitcoin supercycle, a scenario where supply constraints meet exponential demand. While Bitcoin grabs headlines, MicroStrategy's stock is quietly echoing BTC's strength. Just recently, MicroStrategy stock traded after hours at $370.30, up significantly. Let's break down the price action. After reaching a blow-off top at over $540, the stock pulled back into a consolidation channel. The price formed a bullish pattern, lower lows, Sideways accumulation followed by a classic breakout. Major resistance at $442 is the next hurdle. A clean break above that, and we could see rapid continuation. Looking at MACD, momentum is shifting upward, with a potential bullish cross approaching. The red bars are fading, signaling a likely flip to green territory soon. Technically speaking, this is a textbook bull flag pattern, and the measured move projects a target as high as plus $600 per share. Even a conservative estimate gives us $567. Combine this with Bitcoin's breakout and the momentum is undeniable. MicroStrategy's price action isn't just a side note, it's a canary in the coal mine for corporate Bitcoin adoption. Matt Haugen, Chief Investment Officer at Bitwise Asset Management, recently made a bold statement. According to him, the number of companies adopting the MicroStrategy Bitcoin strategy is going to triple this year. He's not alone in this view. Institutional momentum is growing. ETFs are not just passing, they're thriving. The SEC is pulling back on aggressive litigation. Stablecoin and crypto legislation is progressing. Even the White House held a crypto policy summit. We're seeing massive structural changes that support the legitimacy of digital assets. These aren't small signals, they're thunderclaps. Haugen also points out that the economic uncertainty currently weighing on markets is masking just how bullish the environment really is. If that gloom lifts, Bitcoin could skyrocket quickly. It's like a coiled spring, he says. Once that pressure is released, it's off to the races. Let's return to game theory, the most important lens through which to view Bitcoin's future. If one country buys, others must follow. The risk of not buying becomes greater than the risk of buying. This is the dynamic that drives exponential adoption. And this year may be the tipping point. Governments see what MicroStrategy did. They see companies turning capital into digital gold. And with fiat currencies under increasing pressure, the idea of diversifying into Bitcoin becomes not only sensible but necessary. The nation that moves first gains an enormous advantage, and if a few countries make the leap, it could set off a Bitcoin arms race the likes of which the financial world has never seen. The next few months are crucial. Bitcoin is breaking out. MicroStrategy is surging. Institutional interest is growing. Government frameworks are loosening. The stars are aligning for something we've never seen before. Are you going to watch from the sidelines or ride the wave? If you found this breakdown valuable, smash that like button and subscribe for more in-depth analysis on Bitcoin, macro markets, and crypto adoption. Comment below. Do you think Bitcoin hits $200K this year? Or is the market overhyped? We appreciate every single one of you. Stay sharp, stay humble, and keep stacking. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Your support helps us continue to bring you in-depth market analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care